All right, happy Thursday night, everybody. Welcome on into the broadcast. Sitting here in the Arctic Air studios, where eventually the air is going to get Arctic, I think, this winter. We're actually in winter now, I guess. I don't even know. Happy day after Christmas, Boxing Day for those of you in Canada and the British Commonwealth. I totally blew that holiday. Not what I really thought it was, but glad you're with us today. The second day of Christmas. Indeed, it is. Happy Feast of St. Stephen for those who follow along and pay attention to all that. All right, tonight, man, we are doing predictions for Texas Tech and Arkansas. What do you got? Liberty Bowl tomorrow night. This time tomorrow night, we'll be halfway through the first quarter. What do you think's going to happen? We're going to talk about the impact of the opt-outs and everything else on this tonight. Get your thoughts on that. Favorite Christmas Day memories, moments, and everything from yesterday. It's over, under, and rated right Thursday. We're talking leftovers. There are some leftovers that you can't do. There are some that are better than others. What do y'all got for me on the Christmas leftover scale? Good stuff, bad stuff, otherwise. And then Kansas City Chiefs, Mahomes, they're ramping up, right? They're doing their thing. Let's get it going in three, in two. Good evening, West Texans. All you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com, where you start your day every day. Glad you're with us tonight. Brought to you by Domino's Pizza, Domino's.com. You're kind of worn out on all the holiday food. You just need some pepperoni pizza. Get the app, save some money, go online, make it happen. Also by the Shropshire Agency in Lubbock, Texas. Independent, just like all great West Texans. They're ready to help you save money on your insurance in 2025. Give them a call tomorrow. They'll be in the office. Give them a call Monday. New Year's Eve, they'll probably take the day off. So you need to get started on 2025 right now. Give Jeff and his crew at the Shropshire Agency a holler. All communications on this show, whether you are on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, whether you are on our YouTube channel, which is free, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, or Facebook Live, United Supermarkets and Market Street here in the Hubaplex and beyond, all of West Texas, into the Metroplex area and everywhere else around the state. They send their money to Texas Tech. There's another store in Lubbock. They send their money somewhere down south. All right, let's get it going. I want predictions on the bowl game for tomorrow. I want cool stuff from Christmas over the week. I want whatever else is on your mind. We'll go as long as possible tonight. And we will have Raiderland Rewind tomorrow night after the game. We'll recap everything with you after the game on Raiderland Rewind right here. He starts us off tonight. He got in on the YouTube channel. Chris says, is this thing on? Hell, man, I don't know. Are we on? What's the frequency, Kenneth? Craig, the talking box is on. Indeed, the talking box is on. So here we are. The talking box is on. It's time to get the predictions in. What happens tomorrow night? I am unusually optimistic going into this game for a lot of different reasons. Who's playing, who's not playing. I'll tell you in a minute who I think is not playing for Texas Tech and the impact that it's going to have on the game. Now, we pretty much already know who's not playing for Arkansas, which more or less appears to be Arkansas. Mark is on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media. Everybody who's on tonight, hey, get on all three of our platforms. Twitter, don't cost nothing, or X, or whatever Elon's calling it today, at Ryan Hyatt Media. Our YouTube channel, we're trying to hit 500 subscribers before New Year's Day. That's a huge deal, and if you can make that happen, my wife would be very pleased with you and me. And it don't cost nothing. And then you can watch on Facebook Live if you like, or wherever you want. But subscribe to all the channels. Good Guys 3733. Chiefs starting to decently protect Mahomes and getting it going for a deep run. Got nothing for a Christmas leftover. We had tamales, deer, meat, chili, and beans. So there's nothing left over. Tamales? Leftover tamales? Yeah. We can do that. We can make that happen. It's all right. Peyton says it'll be Tech 42, Arkansas 24. Jan or Jan, Tech 38-31. She says guns up. And then Mark, sounds great on YouTube. We like to sound great on YouTube. We do. Truly. So you guys can watch on YouTube. All the conversation comes in thanks to United Supermarkets. Doesn't matter where you watch, but subscribe to all of them. Because like you get our commentary first. If you're on YouTube, you get our commentary first before we put it out there. Mark says Tech 45, Arkansas 28. All right, so Arkansas, about 27 players in the portal opt out, otherwise not playing. Their roster is moderately decimated. The line is beginning to reflect that tonight. Nobody's really paid attention to this game except for the sharps, the sharp bettors, people like Paul Stone, people like, Mike Palm there at the Circa in Las Vegas, that they've been hanging out on this thing and hammering Tech. The market's coming around tonight. I think Tech's going to go off as a 3-point favorite. Could be more. I would have Tech on a fair value line, about a 5-point favorite, 5.5-point favorite. Fair market value based on who's playing, who's not playing. 27 opt-outs. Arkansas, 3 offensive line, not going to be there. 2 wide receivers, not going to be there. 2 running backs, top 2, not going to be there. Their top tackle on the defensive side, Gregory, he ain't going to play. He's going to the NFL. Brad Spence, he's out. Portal going to UT linebacker. They are a shell of a 6-6 team. Meanwhile, Texas Tech, the headliner leaving was Micah Hudson, who didn't impact the game for you. You've had some offensive line attrition. And we'll get to that here in just a second. That's the biggest concern to me, is the offensive line. So right now you've got if it holds, and we believe the roster will hold into tomorrow night, you've got Jacob Ponton, a freshman, 6'8", 280. Yeah, he's a freshman, left tackle. Sterling Porcher. You guys are going to see his name in the transfer portal today. He's going to play in the game. He's trying to take advantage of the JUCO law that's coming in, not law, but the JUCO ruling that gives him an extra year. He's going to play in the game, and he's going to get out-recruited by the players coming in, and he's going to go somewhere else. But he's going to play at left guard. Center, Sheridan Wilson, young, sophomore. But then on the right side, you've got Carter and you've got Rogers. So Wilson with experience, Carter and Rogers right side, pretty good. Much better compared to anything that Arkansas has out there. Much better. Your receiving core minus Kelly is still solid. Douglas, Aiken, all going to be out there. McCray, you got speed, you got everything else. Baron Morton not playing. We've known that for a while. That means every snap has gone to Will Hammond, and he's going to give you an element that they haven't seen in the regular season that I think Tech's going to run. A lot of quarterback draw, zone read, speed option. More so with him than they could run with Baron Morton during the regular season because they were afraid of getting Baron Morton killed. And you couldn't do that. That's an element that you didn't have in the offense. I still ain't got to the biggest player who's not going to play, have I? I hadn't got there yet. Yeah. Let's go through some comments and stuff. What do we got? All right. Alan, he's on YouTube. That's a channel. Tech 41, Arkansas 20. Kelly, 55-17 Tech. Arkansas pulls people out of the stands for the secondary. Robert Delgado, Tech 34, Arkansas 13. And Ben J. Kirkpatrick, who might know a little bit of the thing about playing in bowl games and college football. Tech wins. Hammond will do good. Hudson will never be heard of again. See, I'm trying my better angels. Ben, you can do that. My better angels are trying to go, okay, Hudson, whatever. I'm trying not to do the whole, oh, he's gone, now you unload on it. But everything I've heard from people I trust about Hudson's time at Texas Tech, nothing about it lends me to say, oh, he's going to be great somewhere else. So I'm trying to get to heaven. I'm trying to say nice things. I've got grace in my heart, my body, and I want to do that. Nothing I've heard lends me to say that Micah Hudson's just going to roll out of here and be great somewhere else. And you know what? If he is, good. Good for him. Good for his family. It don't hurt Tech. If he goes somewhere is great, doesn't hurt Tech. You've moved on. Hammond will be a stud. I'm intrigued to see what we see with Hammond. I think you're going to see a lot more of the quarterback draw and some option and some running of the quarterback. That's going to be fun. Chris, so Hammond will take all spring snaps first team. Yes. Yes, he will. Morton's going to be a while getting back. And that's one of the reasons why with these bowl games that don't matter a whit. Maybe in the past, 20 years ago, that a quarterback guts it out. Got to go play in that Alamo Bowl, baby. Got to go play in Birmingham. Got to go play in that. You got to beat Duke, and we're going to gut it out. Now, it's just like, no, go get healthy for next year. Ryan says he's on Facebook, by the way. Facebook. Quarterback controversy could kill all the positive momentum. If Hammond plays well and then gets all the spring snaps, we may have one. Never worry about a quarterback controversy. Ever. I've never seen a team actually destroyed by a quarterback controversy. I've seen teams destroyed by quarterbacks who were so bad and the depth chart was so bad, nobody could compete. You want Hudson to be great. You do. Never worry about a quarterback. You know who creates quarterback controversies? Coaches who can't lead. Coaches who can't decide. Tom Landry created a quarterback controversy in 1971 with Roger Staubach and Craig Morton because Landry was paralyzed to decide. Imagine that. A former World War II bomber pilot, but he couldn't make up his freaking mind on a quarterback. Quarterbacks don't create controversies. Coaches do. Fret not, my friend. Chris, 52-10. Tech 52-10. There you go. Ben J. I hear you on Grace, but Hudson is all me, no team. Poor kid caught up in money. Maybe that's the case. I think all the stuff you guys saw on Twitter and social media about what he was asking from A&M was made up crap. For the most part, it's been debunked. But young, injured, showed up injured. Don't think he rehabbed the way he could have. Dedication to playbook? No. Thought he was going to start? Yep. There you go. Good grief. Hold on a second. I've got to get an animal out of the room. Hey, you're in the Arctic Air Studios. You're not paying money. You got to go. You can't stay here. Come on. Hop out. All right. Good luck. Yeah, there you go. Good grief. This time of year. Good help is hard to find. All right. What were we talking about? Liberty Bowl predictions. Texas Tech, Arkansas. Holiday leftovers. Anything? Good leftovers yesterday? Favorite things from yesterday? Whatever you want to talk about. We can get into Kansas City. Mahomes, they are just slowly moving into where you want them to be. And then it's Boxing Day, which I took that the wrong way, and several people I met at the grocery store didn't want to fight. Sorry, thought it was holiday. Didn't understand, What are we supposed to do? It says Boxing Day. The biggest impact the biggest opt-out for Texas Tech that I think will not even play a role in the number that I am going to issue here on the game, my prediction. But I'm here to tell you right now, I do not believe that Taj Brooks is going to play. All right. We've seen him. He's there. That's great. I wanted him to be there, go through all the fun bowl stuff, everything else. And I don't think he's going to play it down. If he does, good for him. I just don't believe he's going to play. Is he there? Has he been working out? Is he taking in bowl festivities? Good. I hope he is. He earned it. He did everything. But I'll say one more time. It makes no sense for Taj Brooks to play in this game on so many levels. He has a very fine line to make the NFL next year. All right? Very fine line. He has to be 100% healthy going into camp. He has to be 100% healthy going to the combine. He better go to the combine. He's got to do all those things. And to risk it in a meaningless game against Arkansas is flat out stupid. He gave everything to Texas Tech coming back this year when he didn't have to. What was he going to do? Go to the NFL? Yeah, he could have gone to the NFL as an undrafted free agent. So while he is there, and while that may be factored into some people's lines, it is not factored into my line tonight. I do not believe that he will play. And if he does, I do not believe that he will play significant snaps or anything else. I still want the last memory of Taj Brooks to be at Jones Stadium, coming off that field on his last game, getting the record. Don't play Taj. So I don't think he's going to play. So here we are. It's time for me to give you my score. Texas Tech should be a big favorite in this game. All things being equal, let's go back to the end of the regular season. Arkansas, who they were, Tech, who they were. I would have made Tech a 3.5-point favorite right off the bat. That it was Arkansas 3.5 was SEC bias. That's fine. My true value, my real value line on this would be Tech minus 5.5, 6.5 right now. It's minus 1.5. I saw a 2 hung earlier. I think Texas Tech can win this by double digits. I think they will. I think Joey McGuire has a better mindset with this team going into bowl games. The culture is better. They want to be there. 38-17 is my prediction. 38-17 is my prediction. Texas Tech in a fairly comfortable win against Arkansas. Now, you guys get your predictions in. Favorite things about Christmas this year? Cool Christmas things? Whatever. You tell me. Up to you. All right. Where are we going here? Jeff, we have a top 3 portal class, 2 new exciting coordinators. And why are we still talking about Hudson? I ain't. Good luck to him. I hope he gets to watch us excel. I hope he does. Mark says, any? And then he goes, any surprise in the Caprock tournament? For those who don't live around here or anything else around West Texas, that's the Caprock Holiday Basketball Tournament. I have no idea. I don't pay. No offense, I don't pay attention to it. I don't cover high school basketball. So good luck to them. Buy insurance like Dion. Allen, Taj would have started for a handful of NFL teams this season. He could start for nearly 20 of them next season. Hope he doesn't play. I agree. We've said, I don't know how many more times to say. And if he does play, that's on him. And I don't mean that in a bad way. That's, if you want to play, go ahead and play. You know, that's fine. But you don't owe it to Tech. You don't owe, there is no obligatory reason why he's got to do it. He already did that by playing 12 games for you this year when he didn't have to. Highest prediction, another bowl blowout over a mid-level SEC squad. Yeah, that's what Tech does. That's what the Big 12 does. Because, if they're not in the national title game, the SEC just doesn't really care, right? Or something about that. I don't know. Liberty Bowl predictions, I've got it 38-17. I think the game's going to go off Tech minus 2.5 to 3.5, depending on how many people watch this broadcast and one I'm about to do that I'll link to later on tonight. That these bowl games. That's the other thing. If you happen to be into the sports wagering deal, if you can focus on a handful of bowl games and really understand who's playing and who's not and why, you can make a ton of money figuring it out. Rutgers whipping Kansas State 34-17. There we go, 34-17. In the Rate Bowl there in Phoenix. Yeah. Are we going to play that game this year? Do we care what the Big 12 does in bowls? Do we not? Do we look at the bowls and go, they're all, whatever? They all stand alone. The only thing I care about is the playoffs. The other bowls, nobody cares. I don't care what Kansas State does. If Arkansas beats Tech, yay. SEC better than the Big 12. That proves it. If Kansas State won tonight, Big 12 better than the Big 10. Nobody gives a crap anymore. So the bowl games now exist in their own little bubble, and you focus on that for whatever reason you want to. But do I care about Kansas State getting beaten? No. It doesn't matter. Again, same thing with Tech. To an extent, it doesn't matter. You want Tech to win. I'm analyzing the game because they're playing a game. I covered Texas Tech, and I'm telling you they're going to play the game, and this is what I think. But if Tech got beat, it has no impact long-term, short-term on the program other than the people who overreact to these games. And there are those fans who will overreact. And Tech's hoping that fans will overreact in a positive manner and go, hey, we beat the hell out of Arkansas. Buy season tickets. Buy shot glasses that say I will from Cody Campbell. Those are pretty cool, by the way, Cody. Has K-State peaked under climate? Some are saying. I don't think so. Not necessarily. But what's the second act, right? What do you do now? I don't necessarily think so. Did Iowa State peak? And then there they are. Jeff, as long as Arizona State beats the heck out of Texas, I don't think they will. I like Texas by about maybe 3.5. I think it's going to be a close game. If I had to do anything on this game, I'd probably go with Texas. I think their defense is – I don't believe in their offense. They're playing the wrong quarterback. The defense, though, on the other hand, I think they'll probably have something for Scatterboo. Every time you say his name, you expect Hound Dogs to start bawling. But, yeah, I think Texas will win that. Robert, we both have a 21-point spread. That's interesting. I hadn't even thought of that, Robert. The only bowl that matters is the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Both mascots should be edible. No, it matters because the trophy is a freaking toaster. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Tech now a 1.5-point favorite. Welcome to 35 minutes ago. Indeed, Texas Tech went to a favorite earlier today. Let me throw back here to something and look at something here. Take a look at something. Where are we? Are we moving? We got a two hanging out there in Vegas right now. I think it's going to go to 2.5, 3, maybe 3.5. There's going to be some money show up tomorrow. So the bowl line betting limits at most of the places incremental throughout the week. low, and then tomorrow they'll let them blow themselves out. And I would not be surprised tomorrow morning if you see some sharp money show up on Texas Tech and move that thing a whole 2 points. Wouldn't shock me. Not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying if you like Tech, you better jump on that Mark Stroud line, baby. You better get in on that before it's too late. The Pop-Tart Bowl, the trophy has an operational toaster in it. What more do you want? All right, I've got it 38-17 Texas Tech. We had great pork tenderloin yesterday. It was so good, and we just need some like Hawaiian rolls, sliders to make good sandwiches. That's all we need. I am about to jump on and do a national show preview for this game. So I got to get out a little bit early. When we're done, I'll link to that and you guys can watch that. And I'm sticking with everything I said here. I'm not one of those guys who goes on the Homer show and tells you what I think and then go on another show. No. But it's going to delay my ability to put this at theraiderland.com. So if you can share this off of our Facebook page, off of our YouTube channel, off of Twitter, and share that with people and blow it up, that would be fantastic. Freaking fantastic. Let's see. Jacob Bowl, another week of entertainment at Simple Playoff Bowls, alt entertainment for Raiderland. Tomorrow, Tech and Texas Lions exploding tomorrow. That's a lot of stuff that I can't begin to break down right now. Allen, I jumped on Syracuse at -2.5 before the Wazoo quarterback jumped the portal. Now -17.5 for Syracuse. See, that's a freaking sharp right there because he knew that Mateer was going to go to OU. He knew. He didn't tell anybody, but he knew. All right, you guys are the best. We got to get ready for the next show. Enjoy this. Share it. Social media. Tomorrow morning, Friday, most Texan thing you have done this week. I want that on the website. All right? That's what we want, among other things. And then, of course, Raiderland Rewind after the game tomorrow night, 6 o'clock tip, probably around a 10:30 tip-off on the Rewind. But we'll be here for you tomorrow night on a Friday. All right. Thanks for playing. We appreciate it. See you in the morning, theraiderland.com.